Want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. Sorry that we're getting started late, but right at the last part of the day, I got real busy. So just sit back, relax, and we're going to get this show started in a little bit. I won't hold you long. I know the hour's late, and so we're going to try to wrap this up hopefully in 30 minutes. Okay? So just sit tight, all right? Peace and love. I want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. I was planning on coming to you all today early, but I got busy. I had to take care of some banking business online, and so it had me tied up for pretty much the remainder of the evening. But anyway, again, I want to come to you all to give you an update on the two Byrd'S sisters in Osceola, Arkansas, who was given 30 days in jail by the municipal judge, Judge Catherine Dean. But before I get to that, just want to go ahead and probably speak on some things that's occurring locally, that is, whether it's Osceola, whether it's Bravo. I want to say that I'm still working on trying to bring some parents on who have had no closure in the death of their loved ones. Okay. I'm working on that now. Of course, we also need to check in on the mysterious death in Osceola. I don't remember the young man's name, but there was a gentleman, young guy. He might have been in his 20s. They found him dead in the Osceola jail. I think that was back in right before the year ended. It must have been somewhere in, what was it, October, September, somewhere in there. But anyway, I've not heard anything else in regards to that mysterious death. Okay. And also, we want to talk about some things that is going on here in Blyville. As I understand, I was tuning in also to a city council meeting today, and when I say they, the mayor is working on something for as a program, uh, job program. I'm thinking is what they was discussing for our youth. Um, this has been something that's long overdue. Um, I'm just I'm glad that although the mayor has acknowledged that jobs are needed for our youth, I just think that it's just sad to me to know that this is his final final year. He only have a few months left. Uh, to my understanding, he won't be seeking re-election. And I just thought that after 12 years serving as mayor, I just think it's long overdue to acknowledge that we must have some type of jobs for our young people to keep them out of trouble, to keep them busy, learning work ethics, just keeping them safe and putting a little money in their pocket. And so I just think that that was long overdue. Whatever money that is coming down, I think I saw comments today. It was something stated that uh, long as some youth are working. It's not the fact that I'm criticizing that youth don't need to work, but what I'm saying is that after 12 years and to only uh, start a program to where you're only awarding 30 jobs, I think that's just a drop in the bucket. I don't think it's anything that can make a significant change in hiring a great number of young people here in Blytheville, Arkansas alone. Okay, so 30 jobs. I imagine those 30 jobs probably already uh, is given out to a particular segment of youth who already have been selected. And so I don't feel too good about that. Okay. We should have started this year, the first of the year, January. School is out, and we just now uh, trying to put our youth to work. I just think it's just, it's just saddens me to know that we so far late in the game and trying to provide jobs for our youth. Now, to the topic at hand, I want to say that um, the young Berg sisters, how I identify them, those are young ladies who was given 30 days in jail, the Osceola City Jail. Their mother, Miss Lakeisha Berg, uh, it's been some difficult times for her. Um, I spoke to her earlier today. She's not being able to get any sleep or what have you. She's just worried about her babies. I know these are young ladies, but I think you would agree that no matter how old our children get, we still consider them our babies. Okay, and so um, she's going through some trying times. Those of you who know Miss Lakeisha Berry, please reach out to her, okay? Reach out to her. Give us some words of encouragement. If there's anything that you can do for her, please do it. She's going to need the whole community behind her. Now, the situation with the Bird Girls, I think it pretty much something that is affecting the whole family, not just um, from a emotional standpoint, but also they're being effective uh, by being banned from the city hall. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you the banning letter that was sent to uh, one of the Byrd. I think she's the aunt. She's the sister of Miss Lakeisha Byrd, and so we need to talk about that banning policy. I did send them a letter asking, for their policy. I sent that letter out. I want to say June the 17th to the mayor and the city council, uh, which I'm not surprised. I haven't heard from Mayor Wilson. She have not answered my email. I've also sent her a text. She have not answered my text messages, and by no means, is she obligated uh, to answer my text or my email. I mean, uh, that's her choice. That's her right if she chooses to do so. I was just thinking that something that concerns young people, if no other time to have a conversation, this would be the time that Mayor Wilson will have a conversation with me and anyone else regarding the Berg sisters. So, just to go ahead and set the stage, it have always been a hunch to me that something is not right about this case. Why are the Berg family? Why are they being uh, somewhat singled out, attacked? That it be through the criminal justice system, or that it be through the uh, city property that belongs to the public, banning them from city public, namely the city hall. And so I believe that there are some conflict of interest uh, issues or concerns that need to be addressed. And we're going to start with one right now. And I want to show you all this email. Uh, well, not an email. It just came to me in an email. I just want to just show it to you all right now. Hopefully, I'm looking at my screen to make sure that I have it up there because a lot of times I might not have it up there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. Uh, but look like we do have it on the screen. I'm looking at my monitor, but of course, this is a letter that was sent to Miss Lakeisha Byrd, uh, sister. Miss Lakeisha Byrd, she also received a letter that banned her from the property. Okay, and of course, you all can pretty much just read along with me. Um, I'm hoping that I pronounce her name correctly. Those of you, it's best that you turn your cell phone landscape to where you can pretty much uh, read each sentence. Uh, it's readable or legible or whichever word you choose. But anyway, just turn your phone landscape and it'll be a lot easier for you to read. Okay, now this is, as you can see at the top there, it got Osceola, Arkansas City Hall ban notice. Now, there's nothing else at the top of this letter. All that chicken scratch you see over there, I think that's just something. Um, really, to be honest with you, I don't know what that chicken scratch is. But most of the time, when you have a policy, it actually is assigned some type of number uh, to that policy. For example, and I'm just throwing some at you. City policy. 14,600. Just using that number. Mostly, there'll be some type of uh, number attached to the policy, and you may see some information at the bottom of it to show when it was, adopted, when it was amended, if amended, and so forth. But there is nothing on this particular letter right here. This letter, that's basically what we're looking at right now. It simply just say Osceola, Arkansas City Hall ban notice. Okay, that's basically what this letter is saying. So I imagine someone typed it out and put a heading on it, and that's what they call it, Osceola, Arkansas uh, City Hall ban notice. Okay, everything must have a number if it's going to serve as a policy. I don't see any number on this letter. But of course, um, I'm bad on pronouncing names, but I'm gonna try. Look like this. What's that? Sedano. I might have pronounced it wrong, but Sedano Byrd. This is the sister, I believe, of Mrs. Byrd, Lakeisha Byrd. Now, she was found not to even have any involvement in this case. Okay, I was in court that particular day, and she was assessed with a crime, part of that fight that took place. Uh, but after hearing probable cause on Miss, Sedano Berry, the judge did rule correctly that Miss Sedano Berry had no involvement in the fight. In fact, what she was doing was trying to break up the fight. And so the charges against her was dismissed. Now, mind you, charges against her was dismissed. But nevertheless, they saw need. When I say they, City Hall saw a need to send Miss Sedana Berry also a ban notice. How is that? She never had any problems, to my understanding, with anyone at the City Hall. Even the charges was dropped against her, but yet and still, she received a ban notice. I imagine anybody in the family, from what I understand, if you're a bird, you banned from City Hall. Okay? But they banned her. Okay, let's read. It's a you understand that you are hereby banned from the premises of OMLNP Payment, Osceola Municipal Light and Power Payment Office, known as the City Hall. That's where also they can go inside. They have an option to go inside the City Hall to make their payments on their uh, electric bill, or they can use the drive-through. Either choice. It's up to them, whichever their preference. Inside or either the drive-through. Okay. It say, understand that you are not allowed to return to the premises listed above unless you have uh, the express written permission of the owner. Owner, what is that? Who owns a public building? We're talking about City Hall. We're talking about City Hall. That's why I'm guessing that this letter was somewhat written. This is not a policy letter that went out. This is something of a letter that was drafted. And they treating a public building as though it is the owner of someone. You're the owner, the taxpayers. You own that building. So how can you ban a particular person from something that they own? Now, I understand that there are rules. You can't go down there, and being obnoxious, causing a disturbance, your conduct is all out of whack. I understand that, you know, where sometimes people may have to be banned from the City Hall. But nothing like that happened here. Okay, let's continue to read. Furthermore, you understand that if you return to the premises listed above, you will be arrested. Let me move that over so you can see that. See where it say you will be arrested and prosecuted. Okay? 4. And let's go down. Look like it's a criminal trespassing. And they give you the statute 539-203. I'm going to take their word for it. I hadn't looked that statute up. But if she is caught, any one of the barracks is caught inside a public building that is owned by someone, I'm just reading the letter, that is owned by someone, they will be prosecuted. So what if they're having a city council meeting? If one of the Byrd'S family members show up at a city council meeting, will they be arrested? If there is some type of public meeting, will they be arrested? If there's a case where the city hall has to be used as one of the polling places where they go and vote, can they go and cast their vote at a public place without being arrested? So you see, that um, what do you call notice, if you will, that they gave to the Byrd family is vague. There's other businesses. There's other business that they may have to participate that is being conducted and carried out at the city hall. So how do you ban them from a public building, especially when there is no cause? As I speak, there have been no cause as to why any one of the Byrd family is banned from City Hall. Although I did reach out to the assistants of Mayor Wilson, we sort of converse through text messages. Uh, the assistants did state that there was other information that I didn't have. Um, in other words, there is some information that I don't have, and so therefore, I'm only given part of the information. Well, that was an opportunity for the assistants to give me any information that I might not have, because I like getting my facts uh, correct. But if I don't have any other facts to report on, I have to go with what I have. And that is what I have right now in terms of what I'm showing you. Okay. So they're going to be prosecuted for criminal trespassing. Now it's I don't know who the owner is, but let's go down. Now, if you all can see that, where it say the owner management signature, that signature, I want to blow this up. See if I can blow it up a little bit. I want to blow that up and kind of move it over for you. As you can see, where I got my cursor up here, that uh, uh, name happened to be Stacy Travis, owner management signature. I would say that any property that is owned by the taxpayers, this is a very inappropriate document uh, to put into circulation, communicating with the taxpayers. Okay? This building is not owned by one individual. Okay? But there you see it, Stacy Travis. And if we go over, uh, again, there's the print of name. This was on June the 15th, 2022. This was just recently. This letter was sent to Miss Sedana Byrd, giving her notice that she is banned from City Hall. Okay, so I'm giving you all the information there, the factual information. This is not hearsay. That's the letter there. Okay, let's go back up and I'll let you read it again. Let's close it down a little bit. And then simply say again, Mr. Tanner Byrd, for those of you who just tuning in, this is a abandoned letter that was sent to Miss Sedana Byrd, giving her notice that she is banned from City Hall. It reads, you understand that you are hereby banned from the premises of OML&P Payment Office known as City Hall. Understand that you are not allowed to return to the premises listed above unless you have the express written permission of the owner. There go that word again, owner. Furthermore, you understand that if you return, let me go up a little bit. If you return, let me get that out of the way. Lord, this stuff is popping up. If you return to the premises listed above, you will be arrested and prosecuted for criminal trespassing. You all see that? Again, it's signed by the owner, uh, Miss Stacy Travis. So that letter went out again on June the 15th, 22. Now, let me go down here. They saying that the Miss Sedana Berrick, she refused to sign. Well, heck, I would too. How in the world you gonna ban someone from a public building? So she refused to sign. Okay, she didn't sign this here, and I will say that that was a smart choice not to sign uh, a document, a letter banning yourself from a public building. Okay, now this is the police officer that served this here, and that also concerns me. You know, we got a police officer. His badge number is 719. I don't know if that's uh, Boer or what, uh, but that's who served this notice, I guess, up on Miss Berry, and it was served the very next day, 6/16/22. Okay, this was the officer's signature. He signed it as well. Okay, so uh, this is the stuff that is going on here, y'all. We're having um, someone down at the office having the taken up on themselves to have the sole power and responsibility of banning taxpayers away from a public building. That's unheard of. It's unheard of, especially without cause. Okay, especially without cause. Now, there's also something that I did send to the mayor. I sent to the city council and someone else I can't remember right now, but I did send it, maybe the city attorney, but I did send this letter, an email to them, uh, asking for the policy of their abandoned, asking for the document of their abandoned policy. I think I sent that out same time, around on the 17th. Today is 6/21. 6/21 is today's date. I have not heard uh, from Mayor Wilson or any member of the city council or the city attorney. Okay, and I want to show you the letter that I sent out to them. Let's pull that letter up. Let me show you that. Okay, so let me go up here and find that right now for you. Won't take me long. Trust me. I will find that for you right now. Okay. Now, okay, here we go. Now, this is an email that I sent to them. All right. This is an email, a FOI that I sent to them. All right. And I just want to show you, this is also was sent on the 17th. All right. As you can see, it was addressed to Mayor Sally Wilson and Judge David Burnett. He's a city attorney. This is an email I sent out to them on June the 17th. Also, you can see CC'd also Stan Williams, Tyler Donegan, Sandra Brand, Greg Baker, Gary Cooper, Linda Watson, and I also CC'd Miss Lakeisha Berg just to let her know that I did send this email on her behalf. Simply this email I sent out to them, and I haven't heard from any of them. Hello, Mayor Wilson. Again, I'm emailing to inquire about certain city staff employees and yourself banning people from a public building. First, Miss Lakeisha Berg was banned without cause, and now her sister, Miss Satana Berg, also without cause. In fact, I attended Miss Tano, y'all excuse me, Berg trial date, and the judge dismissed it charges against her because the video showed Miss Dana Berg was actually breaking up the fight. and didn't assault anyone. Furthermore, I am not saying how this warranted banning Miss Sedana Berry from a public facility, City Hall. Therefore, under the FOI, Freedom of Information Act, please provide me the information below. This is what I want in regards to number one, banning policy for public buildings, namely the City Hall. Okay, that was something that I asked for. I have not received item number one. Item number two, it's a name of city staff, employees who will have the authority to ban people. I have not received anything when it comes to item number two. Okay. Number three, name of city staff, employees who will have authority to review banning decisions. Okay, don't that make sense? If they're going to have a policy to ban citizens away from a public building, and you feel that it's unjust, it's unfair, there's no cause to ban you, then you should be given an opportunity to ask for an appeal, a hearing, for them to submit whatever evidence they claim to have that would be grounds to ban you from a public building. I have not received item number three. Okay. Item number four, if there is an appeal board, I just talked about that. Please give names of all members in the appeal board rules. There must be rules to govern this board. Okay. You can't just have a board and you don't have rules to govern the board, which govern the appellate process. Okay. I have not received item number four. And of course, it wasn't the four things. Of course, I just stated to them, if for any reason my FOI is denied in part or completely, please cite all rules, laws of the FORA, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and the Arkansas statutory laws as well. Thanking you in advance, Tony Hollins. I have not received any of that information, ladies and gentlemen. I have not received any of that information. You got a handwritten letter that don't even look like a policy document. You can tell by the wording as how it was typed, in terms of, it just wasn't a business type letter, that office letter or something that you draft in the office. That is not personnel type letter for as a notice that you would send out to citizens of a particular city. In this particular case, we're talking about Osceola, Arkansas. So I just wanted to show you all that. Again, I know the night is the hour's late, but I did want it to come to you and just give you the facts. Those are the facts. This family is being singled out. They're being personally attacked, even with the one family member whose charges were dismissed. But yet and still, the owner, I'm just going to use that word, the owner of this City Hall building, public building, told this particular young lady, Miss Sedana Byrd, that if she caught inside City Hall and she don't have a permission to be inside City Hall, she will be arrested and prosecuted. No one should ever be threatened to be arrested and prosecuted from stepping foot on property that they pay taxes. I'm going to go to my board. I don't know if I have anyone over here that have any questions, and then after that, we're going to wrap this thing up, okay? So let's go ahead and go to my board, and Of course, we'll wrap this thing up afterwards. All right. Now, let's see who we have over here on my board. Uh, okay. We have brother Victor Gregory. That's fam. How you doing, fam? She's not going to talk to nobody. Well, when you I imagine you're referring to when you say she's not going to talk to anyone. I don't know if you indicating uh, Judge Dean or uh, Mary Wilson. You know, there used to be a point in time I worked it hard, helping getting Mary Wilson elected uh, as mayor for the city of Osceola. I had no problem um, speaking with Mary Wilson uh, during her run as mayor for Osceola. But since she's been mayor for the city of Osceola, very seldom will she return my text, will she return my email. If she do return them, it'll be some time where I don't forget what I even emailed or text her about. And so, but that's okay. That's her right. All right. It's just a learning experience for me. And believe me, I have learned. All right. So I don't know which of the two that you're referring to, but uh, I just said to go ahead and speak on that. Um, and y'all elected her a while. We won't even talk about that because, like I say, it's a mood issue. This is a learning experience for the city as well, not just me. And I don't even live there anymore, although I love that city. I have family there. So it's a learning experience for us all. All right. How you doing, Miss Mosley? She's just indicating she's watching. All right. That's my brother, Roselle Aaron. He uh, tough, uh, as they say, go getter, fighter. We sort of have something in common in terms of um, civil and social justices. That's what he does on his end of the state, down in Little Rock, Arkansas. Uh, a very true bold fighter. I have a lot of respect for my friend, brother Rozelle. That's ridiculous and seemed to be a violation of their constitutional right. Exactly. We're not even talking about no civil rights. We're talking about constitutional right. You know, there's a difference. In fact, I think I read something one of my classmates sent me, uh, how I think he was listening to Brother Malcolm, where he stated that there was even no need to even draft a civil right bill. Why should they have to even draft a civil right bill? We should be provided the same constitutional rights as any other American citizen. Why was it necessary to draft the civil rights bill? You have the Constitution. Enforce the Constitution. There shouldn't be a separate bill. You know, enforce the Constitution. We all are Americans, and there was even no need for a civil rights bill. Just enforce the laws that's already on the book. Okay? And so I agree, Brother Rozelle. It is a violation of her constitutional rights. As a matter of fact, the whole family. And hopefully, if this thing don't blow over soon, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they get an attorney to help fight against this injustice. This is a violation of their constitutional rights. Exactly. And it just really pissed me off just to know that we have people that's sitting in office that think that they can do this crap and they are answerable to nobody. That's what really pissed me off. You know, they feel they can do this crap and they are not answerable to nobody. That's what pissed me off. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. As they say, every dog has his day, and I'm not referring to you as a dog. That's just a figure of speech. But every dog has his day, you know, and there will be a point in time where all of this wrong that is being laid out against a particular citizen right now, you know, it's going to be reaping time. You're going to reap what you sow. I'm a firm believer in that. You're going to reap what you sow. It's going to be reaping time. You sow bad seeds, you will reap them. Believe me, you will reap those bad seeds. Okay, and I got a long memory, a very long memory. All right. So thank you, Brother Rozelle, for tuning in. I really appreciate you. And you all do catch this show. He do a show, I want to say, I don't know if he do it every day now. Is it just Tuesday and Thursday? No, at one point he used to do it Tuesday and Thursday, but if no other day of the week, I do know that he's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He come on at 11 o'clock a.m. He broadcasts on Facebook. Uh, he may do YouTubes as well, but he do Facebook because I think there's a family member who likes to tune in to Facebook. All right, and that's how his family member watches his broadcast. So please tune in. All right, to his show. Um, that's my sister there, my lovely sister Deborah Hollis Thompson. I think they're making Stacy the fall guy, and she's accepting it. This notice is not worth the paper it's written on. That's a Hollis, y'all. She's a Thompson too. She used to uh, work with me with the NAACP. She was, matter of fact, she was a secretary. And as a matter of fact, the reason I know she knew her stuff because I trained her. You hear me? And that's why I know she know her stuff. But she is exactly right. You know, it's same with Brother Rozelle when he was speaking. Uh, you know, that document that they send here, it ain't worth the paper that it's written on. That is not a policy document. You can't just write a letter and send it to a citizen and threaten them not to step foot on city property. Well, matter of fact, they said the owner, or else they're going to be arrested and prosecuted. Give me a break. But you are absolutely right. Now, I don't know. As a matter of fact, I want to say this here. I really do believe that, as my sister stated, uh, uh, Ms. Thompson, I really do believe anytime there's going to be a need where the citizen is going to push back, you know, they have questions, and sometimes these questions can be somewhat in an aggressive tone. Uh, I'm thinking Mary Wilson don't want that heat. She don't want that heat. So they give it to Stacy. For example, when it comes to the electric bill, Mary Wilson don't want that heat. She give it to Stacy. Okay? Let Stacy be the one to deal with these folks. Okay? And Stacy takes that role. Here we go now. Where it comes to banding people. As you notice, that letter that I showed you, it didn't have Mary Wilson's name nowhere on it. Nowhere on that letter. And speaking of that letter, how is it that a city employee who done press charges against the defendant, the Byrd family, how is it that that same employee has been given the privilege of drafting a letter, or a letter that was drafted required her signature? She sent this letter to the family that she have pressed charges against. How is that? If there were ever a time for a person to recuse themselves because of a conflict of interest, that would have been the time. How do Mary Wilson allow one of her employees who have pressed charges against the Byrd family, allow this employee to send a letter to them, banning them from a public building, and she signs it, but the mayor's signature is nowhere on it? her signature is nowhere on it. Okay, you want me to go? For those of you who just tuning in, I'll go back and pull it up for you. Let's find it. Okay, and I want to show this to you. But her John Hancock is nowhere on this document. Okay, so I want to go back and pull that up again and let you all see that. All right. So let me pull it up now again, so we can see this here together. All right. But here is the letter right here. This is a letter. Let me zoom it down a little bit. This is a letter. No type of policy number on it. When it was adopted, you know, don't have any name from start to bottom. That is the Byrd lady's name there, as you all can see. Again, Miss Sedana Byrd. She was the person that was banned from the city hall. Uh, but let's go down to where the signatures. You see where it say the owner, manager, signature, Stacy Travis, printed name, and this was on 6/15/22, and it was carried out, uh, uh, served upon Miss Byrd by this officer here. Look like this. His name is where is his name? Look like Boa or Burrow, Boa or something. Badge number 719. Okay. Now, Mary Wilson's name is nowhere on this letter. Name of two people's signature on this letter. That's the mayor's assistant, Miss Stacy Travis, and the police officer, uh, Patrolman Boa, who served this letter upon Mrs. Byrd. So you can't make this stuff up, y'all. That's exactly what happened. All right. So I just wanted to show you all. Uh, I want to show you all exactly what we got going on here in the city of Osceola. Let's go and see if we get any more questions over here before we get out of here, okay? ME, they're going to put it on here. I guess they saying Mr. Gregory is probably in agreement with Sister Thompson, Miss Thompson, that they're going to make Stacy the fall guy, a fall woman, going to make her the fall woman. Mary Wilson's name should have been on that letter. Right is right. Stacy's name should not have been on that letter, considering she already done pressed charges against his family. That was highly inappropriate. Okay. Want to say, that's Miss Deakins. How you doing, Miss Deakins? Brother Gregory again. How do they supposed to pay their bill? Well, they actually is telling her, don't come inside the city hall building. They're having them to go to the drive-through to pay their electric bill. But that's only for electric bill. Is for many of you, if you didn't hear me earlier, what if they have some type of public meeting at City Hall where they are addressing some community issue? Okay, uh, it could be a city council meeting, a committee meeting. So, are they going to ban a taxpayer from participating at a public meeting? Do you see the problems, the legal issues that may surface as a result of this so-called letter that was sent to the Berg family? There's going to be legal issues. Trust me. Okay, we got Miss Thompson again. Tony, you're not going to get any of those items because they don't exist. They were not expecting someone with some sense to pick up on these shenanigans. Well, you may very well be right, sis. Uh, Number one, we knew it's not a policy, because if it was, it would have been a little bit more professional. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I don't think they would have allowed an employee who have had some run-ins with a particular person or persons to be the one to send out the banding letter with his or her signature on it. And so it was very unprofessional all the way around. And As you indicated, there is no document exists. I imagine that they probably will have one now, but if they do have one now, it better have the adoption date uh, uh, past the 17th. That's the date that I send my FOI, my FOI for you, Freedom of Information Act. And so, if that letter that was sent was not part of policy on the day in question that the patrolman served it upon Mr. Daniel Byrd, then that in itself was a violation. And from all ways you look at it, from the police perspective to the mayor to the person who signed uh, the ridiculous uh, document letter. And so I agree with you. Um, but trust me, I'm pretty sure there will be some letter that do surface. Okay. It's a lot of stuff going on in Osceola that need to be questioning. Well, first of all, as I indicated, the only way that there's going to hold people accountable is that you have to um, create something to hold them accountable. Okay. The reason that they do what they do is because there is no relief valve for you all. When I say relief valve, there is nowhere that you all can turn to get some type of legal redress to a lot of the issues that you're facing. You got nothing to run to. You don't have an NAACP. You don't have a community group. Uh, you got a dozen of churches down there, churches stacked on top of churches, but they ain't gonna give you no help. You know why they ain't gonna give you no help? Is because they do not want to pay those high electric bills. Okay, as a matter of fact, their electric rates is cheaper than yours, and that really is I want to say is illegal. It's unheard of that commercial property uh, is higher than residential. You got industrial who pay the cheapest because they use the most, like AG, Big River Steel, if necessary. Those the one that use the most. They buy it in bucks, and so quite naturally, they're going to pay the cheaper rate. The next customer that pay the cheaper rate are the residential customers because they're the one that be in their house. Out of 24/7, most of the time you're going to be in your house anywhere but 12 hours or more. Okay. Now, commercial property is just like a store, a business, or something like that. They're not there 24/7. At best, they probably is working from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. And so they the one that's supposed to pay the highs of the three customers. Industrial pay the cheapest. Residential, uh, second, they pay the cheapest rate. And of course, commercial, uh, they pay the highest. But in this particular cases, your churches are paying a cheaper rate than you are. Okay, so I don't look for the churches to say anything. They're gonna be quiet, and they're gonna tell y'all stay away from Tony Hollis, and we're gonna talk about that before I close too. Y'all remind me, got some information. They want y'all to stay away from Tony Hollis again. Remember, they did this crap back here during the electric uh, crisis that we started in. I think it was 2012. Anytime they found out any one of y'all was going near Tony Hollis, you got a call or something. Your coattail was pulled. But you know, you have to let folks choose for themselves. If they want to be controlled by someone, more power to you. More power to you. Okay. Okay. Who else do we got? Uh, since she been major, wow. I'm not sure which one my brother is speaking about. He keep using the word she. I don't know if he's talking about Dean or uh, uh, the mayor's assistant, Stacy, or the mayor herself. So I don't know which one he's referring to. Uh, Prayer for Osceola. Prayers is good, but right now they're gonna need some action. Okay, prayers is good. I always tell folks it's good to go down on your knees and pray. It's good for that. Man should always pray. It's good to go on your knees and pray. But when you stand up on your feet, it's time for action. Okay? You don't pray the prayer. Now we need for you to believe what you prayed for. Somebody might say, well, no, let God. You don't need to fool with it. No. God wants you to be involved. God is telling you, I got your back, but he don't want you to be no coward. God can't use no coward soldier. If you don't pray the prayer and you believe that God is going to bring it to pass, at least you could have some courage. At least you can get in the fight, to do for self and not so much depend on another to carry the water for you. No, you need to fight. Yes, prayer is good, but it must be accommodated with action. All right. Since she been married, oh, there we go. Now I'm knowing who you're talking about. Since she been married, she don't talk much. Y'all better listen to this. Well, it's again, it's going to be a learning experience for everyone. It's a learning experience for me, and I have to say that, and believe me, as I indicated earlier, I have learned. People sitting in office and they have nothing to say. And yes, every dog has his day. Agree. Vic on the road. Churches don't help. They don't. They don't want to pay them high electric bills. And what's sad is, we start speaking about churches. I bet not one of those churches have an electric relief fund for its members. They know that their members are being affected by these high electric rates. And they have a duty to be concerned, not just for their members, but for people in general, especially those who on fixed income. It used to be in day and time the church was the one institution that the community could turn to get some relief. That it was education, that it was groceries, shopping, that it was transportation. They even had a thing called midwife program, because our women was not allowed to go to the hospitals to deliver our children. So they had what was called a midwife program. You had a group within the Black community. They came to whoever needed any type of medical care. In this particular case, we're talking about a particular woman who's with child. Midwife program. Look that up. All right. So I agree. It's sad, but it's the truth. There should be some legal defense fund in our churches. There really shouldn't even be that. If churches will come out and pull the coattail of their city officials, and it's not Mary Wilson. Mary Wilson gets no vote. Okay, although she can be using her voice a lot more, having her council members to lower those interest rates. Now she could do that, but she's not doing that. But it's your city council reps. If they wanted to give you all some relief, they the one that raised the rates. They set the rates, in other words. What are they going to be high or what are they going to be low? Mary Wilson, she has no part of that. So your elected rates is high because that's where your city council want them to be. And can't nobody help you but the city council, unless, of course, you take some legal action. Okay? So I hope we got that straightened out again. All right? Where we at? I don't know where I'm at. There we go. Tony, you this one. Yeah, I am. I'm the bullseye. Yeah, that's why I got to always keep moving, because I got that target on my back. They always trying to knock old Tony off. Want y'all to stay away from around Tony. Okay? Because, see, they can't control me. I don't answer to them. I answer to no man but God. And that's what make them mad. There ain't nothing they can do about it. All right? That's Brother Quail. How you doing, my brother? Brother Cody, how you doing? Amen. Love it. Ooh wee. That's my brother there. Brother, I hope everything is going well with you. I did see your post back here. I don't know whether it was last week or so. And I just want you to know, right the minute that I read it, I went into prayer. I want you to know, brother, from the heart, I love you. I love you, my brother. Brother Cody. All right. Uh, Brother Gregory, now, Tony, you're preaching, huh? I'm trying. I'm trying to uh, give what God give to me. I don't want to take whatever knowledge I have obtained. I don't want to take it to the grave with me. I like to pass on whatever I have learned. If it's going to benefit somebody, then that's what I do. Okay, that's what I do. That's sad. Oh boy, we done hit the 1 hour point. Let's wrap this up real quick, y'all. Y'all know me. I don't like to go over an hour. Uh, that's sad because the Berrick sisters never been in jail. Exactly. These are two young ladies that didn't even have a record. And I've seen, whether it's Blouber's Court or Osceola Court, I've seen them show more mercy to a person who was standing up there before them for a very vicious, violent crime. Even they got a bond. You might as well say these girls don't even have a bond because, to my understanding, is even today there was a lot of discrepancies about an appeal bond. So that's even an issue. These young ladies are still sitting in jail. They have no record. This is an easy case to release these girls on their own recordings. Okay? Number one, they never should have been given any jail time. But come on, Judge Dean. You and I had a conversation that day in your courtroom where you asked me to come before your bench and you shared with me a program that was designed to help people. Okay? In this particular case, you and I had agreed that particular day that we need to find other ways besides incarcerating people. And that program that you shared with me, you even gave me some cards about trying to find other alternative besides using jail time as punishment. In less than 24 hours, Judge Dean, you sentenced two young ladies, girls, old enough to be my granddaughters, or young enough to be my granddaughters, excuse me. You sentenced them to 30 days in jail, and they have no record. You have shown mercy to people who need to be in jail, who have committed worse crimes, and you have shown mercy to them. So now the standard has been set, Judge Dean. Is this what's going to happen now? When the next person come before you who have no record of any kind, criminal wise, that is, are you going to give them 30 days too? Or are you going to give them a slap on the wrist? But you have set a precedent with these two girls. I hope you do know that. Hopefully you can make this thing right, Judge Dean. Allow these girls to get out on their own free recordings. Let them have their day in an appellate court because this will follow them. They both have lost their jobs. One worked it as a worked it at a correction facility. I want to say it's the one in Osceola. She don't have a job anymore. In fact, because of this charge, from what I'm hearing, she may very well can't get her job back. The same thing with the young lady at Walmart. We got two young people who choosing to work. Their mom instilled work ethics into them. They both are working. And you took that away from them, Judge Dean. Those girls should never been put in jail. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more before I close. Where we at? Release them. Exactly. Miss Karen Lomax. Exactly. Release these girls. Release these girls. Okay? Release these girls. Okay. Amy hollers and I'm not scared. what can they do except charge me a high rate? Well, you know what? We got some fight in us, and if they do, you know, uh, you know, we're gonna take it to them. We're gonna let your voice be known. You know, uh, you know, I'm behind you, and they can say, "Is that Tony's sister?" Then they got a problem. You better know it. You know, that's one thing that we all are pretty much, uh, big on. Supporting our family, and and if any one of my family members are being unfairly attacked because of my speech, you really ain't gonna be able to shut me up because I'm coming. All right. Um, they need justice for them. Exactly, Sister Lomax. They really do. Uh, well, we need a new city council. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm telling you. The last city council race that they had, I don't know if people didn't get out to vote or what, but you know, they voted the same three back in. They probably, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say, the only council member that have been communicating with me a whole lot is Councilman Stan Williams. I have received some communication from Tyler Donegan, but of the 6 council members, those are only 2 council members that will answer my emails or either hold a conversation with me. Although they may disagree with me at times, they still do not uh, make it personal to where they close the door on communication. So I will say, Councilman Stan William and Councilman uh, Tyler Donegan, uh, they do have an open door to where they will return my emails. The communication line is open. That's what I'm saying. All right. Um, I see so much favoritism with the judge, city council, and police. But like you said, until we stand together, nothing going to be done. Indeed, it won't. It's nobody's going to give you nothing. Anything that's of value, anything that you love, you fight for it. Okay, you fight for it. Anything that you care about, you fight for it. Okay, to not fight, and it's something that you claim to love. There's a word, and it's called cowardice. It's called cowardice. Prove me wrong. I'm not calling you a coward. But if you love your family and you're a person that stand on your feet and you like me, you put your leg in your pants, one leg at a time, ain't afraid of nothing that walk on 2 legs, then you'll say something. Indeed. Okay. All right. Y'all, we're going to try to get through this real quickly. Yes, sir. Thank you. Love you. That's my brother Cody. All right, brother. Still got you in my prayer. This is Miss Lakeisha Byrd. Justice for my daughters. Y'all, I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do when it comes to helping people. That's how you all become stronger, where you support each other. That could be your child next. So many times y'all have heard me say that I don't get involved in black on black crime. I don't. And somebody may say, well, what Tony doing involved in this? It's the criminal justice system that I'm calling into question. Okay? When we have a criminal justice system that is designed to be for some and not be for all, in other words, they dealing with a particular case unfairly, unjustly, and I see that they're not going by the law as I know it, as you know it, and as they know it. That's a problem. I have to act on that because guess what? That could be one of my relatives next, one of your relatives next. That could be me next. That could be you next. And so We have a duty to call out wrong when our criminal justice system is not carrying out the law for all equally. It can't be an imbalance when it comes to doing justice. The attorneys and the judge and any other person that work in the legal profession, their job is to do justice, not to win cases and not to use the justice system to punish folks for personal reasons. That'll get you disbarred real quickly. That'll get you kicked out of office real quickly. That'll get you fired real quickly. All right? You're right, Miss Lomax. But y'all support Miss Byrd. Please do. Been working since they were 16 years old. They're now 19 and 20. Young girls. Young girls. You hear me? Young girls. Young enough to be my granddaughters, 19 and 20. Their mother instilled work ethics in them. Been working since 16 years old, and she did a real good job, hell, raising them. How many 16 and 19-year-olds do you know that ain't got a criminal record? They put their mouth on Miss Lakeisha Byrd, but she have did one hell of a job raising her girls. No criminal record. This is the ideal woman for everyone to get behind. I don't know what kind of money she have for us trying to get her an attorney. I would ask of everyone, I need 20 people. 20 people who are willing to donate $100. It could be you next, because if you're in trouble and we can get 20 more people to donate $100 towards you, I'll do it. I will put up the first $100. 20 people. We don't need 20 now, we need 19. 20 people to raise $2,000. I need 20. 20 people what I need. And we're going to put that toward the legal defense fund for Miss Lakeisha Byrd and her daughters. Let's support each other. You may need help next, okay? I'm going to try to get through this, y'all. Look like I'm almost at the bottom. So just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. That's Brother Victor again. He on the road. The point they made a few weeks ago was to prove something, but they locked up and charged a lot of innocent people a few weeks ago. They said I was a criminal in court, and I never had a charge made me bond out on felony charges, but charge everybody else misdemeanor. And that's another thing. Brother Gregory was pulled away from his vehicle. They bust his windows out and everything. And those of you who saw the video of all the vehicles out there, and they're going to have a problem with that in court, especially if you go to circuit court. They're going to have a problem with that. Why you select him? Why you select Mr. Gregory? He's inside his vehicle. There's many other people out there that are using their voice or what have you. There's other cars out there. He's blocked. He can't get through. You ordered him to go ahead and keep it moving, but he can't go front or he can't go back. And just because he says something to you that you don't like, you can't have thin skin. Osceola police officers and Blythe as well. You can't have thin skin. And now just because someone says something to you that you don't like, you wants to use your badge to show them. That's misconduct. You go through what is called a stress types of training. You know, if I'm a black man, I'm serving as a police officer. I got a white guy that I'm arresting or that I have detained. And just because I detain him, he look at me and he starts slandering me. He called me and say, oh, here we go. Here go this N person. You know, use the N word. You ain't nothing but an end. What you doing stopping me? He's trying to get in my head. And because of my training that I've had, going through these different types of different scenarios, as it relates to race, I'm supposed to know how to handle that. I should not get hot head and want to use my badge to show this person that he done messed up talking to me the wrong way or done called me out of my name. That is uncalled for. Mr. Gregory was not the only one out there that night. Why did you choose him? Why was he chosen? There's going to be a problem with that when this case go to court, circuit court, if nothing else. Okay? Where we at? We're almost at the bottom, y'all. Almost at the bottom. That's Brother Quail. I'm doing good, brother. I'm getting ready to run for city council in Osceola, Arkansas. We'll be changing Osceola. Brother Quail's throwing his name in the head again, like he's gonna be running for city council again in Osceola. Free country, brother. More power to you. We have a sister. It's time for a change. Indeed, it is. Miss Slowmack. Slow back again. You're right, Sister Tequila. But me and you was in there Wednesday. They laughed and played the whole time we were in court. It's too much, and that's another thing. We got these cops. When people are facing jail time, there's no time for laughter. Saw a lot of this here from one of the prosecutors down there. I think his name is Dustin Jones. He liked to use a lot of jokes and humor, when he's questioning the witness on the stand. When you're facing jail time, all that laughter and, cracking jokes and stuff, that's not needed, in a court of law. It's not needed, especially for a person that's facing jail time. David Burnett is a city attorney. He stood over there the whole time, didn't say nothing. I mean, I thought that Dustin Jones was a deputy prosecutor. He actually just about tried every case, to my knowledge, that not knowledge, but as I witnessed, it seemed like David Burnett was just sitting over there, and he's supposed to be the city attorney. But Dustin Jones, who is the county deputy prosecutor, it seemed like to me he tried all the cases. At least he tried that one with the Byrd'S sisters, which I thought that I didn't think he proved anything, to be honest with you. He didn't prove anything. All he proved it was a person came over in the area to where the Byrd'S sisters live, and the Byrd'S sisters, in his mind, should have stayed in the house. It could have been a whole lot of woulda, shoulda, couldas all the way around if you look at it. Just like one person should have did something, the same on the other end, and we wouldn't be talking about this issue now. He made it one side, whereas you're the smartest person. You're the person that know better. So therefore, since you didn't do what you should have done, I'm going to hold you responsible. That's what the deputy prosecutor actually did. It was one-sided the whole time. Okay, it was one-sided. Never been in trouble. That's wild. Yes, she have pat herself on your back, and I got it too, 100%. No, that's right. We got I got 20. Any little dollar to help, I mean, we'll take small change. I mean, it'd be good if we can knock it out with $100 bills, but if whatever you got, be like the lady with the 2 pennies, but we hope you bring more than 2 pennies. But just be willing to step up to help this family, because you may be next. We may have to do a fundraiser for you. All right. Okay, why me? I want to know, Tony. Oh man, it's $100,000 question. I think you already know the answer to that, though. I'm dead serious. I was trying to get in my house. Exactly. You was held up in traffic. They try to make you do something that you couldn't do. You was stuck. You was stuck in traffic, and they punish you for that. It's basically what it was. That bothers me every day. Like I say, brother, every dog has his day, and you'll have your day in court. Okay, and hopefully, uh, you will prevail. Okay. That's Miss Lakeisha Byrd. Right on. We all stronger together. When you ball your fists up, it's powerful. Fingers open, it's weak. But when you ball that fist up, it's power. It's power. It's power. You hear me? All right. The same thing with Miss Lomac. Same thing. Power. All from the muscle. Power. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get through this here, unless I see another question, uh, because I pretty much done shared everything from a lot of people here. Yes, they do. It's just yes, what is that? Yes, they do, and they've been talking about what they're doing to us when we go to court. I mean, I tell you, speaking of court, y'all, they making money down there off you all. They making money. Everything that I saw, I think $200 is the golden number. I don't care if you go up there for stepping on somebody's toe, it's $200 in cost. Okay, you look at somebody cross-eyed, it's $200 in cost. That's the golden number for Osceola City Attorney David Burnett. Everything that come before him, no matter how low the misdemeanor is or what have you, or how high the misdemeanor is, you know, you're gonna hear $200 in cost. That's the first thing they come to you when they want you to cop a plea. $200 in cost. All them $50 fines or $100 fine, that's gone. That's the golden number. It's almost like they're trying to meet a quota. $200 in cost. That's the golden number in Osceola, Arkansas. Like I say, no matter if you step on somebody's toe, it's $200 in cost. Trust me, I was there. I heard it. All right. Uh, Free my daughters, the mother. I just want my girls home, sleeping in their own bed. Exactly. Got you in our prayers, Mrs. Berg, and we're gonna try to see what we can do to help you get your girls back home. All right. Uh, Nothing but blacks in court. And I'm not saying that it. That's our last comment, you all. Not saying that it don't need to be blacks uh, in court or don't need to be blacks in jail. Um, but in any case, I think it need to be fairness. When you give a $200 fine plus cost to a person who don't have the means uh, to make payments, all you have did then is place a financial hardship on that person. Because what you gonna do when they don't pay the fine? What you gonna do when they come back? Well, hell, if they couldn't pay the fine the first time, what make you think they're gonna have to have the funds to pay it the second time? They unemployed. They got no money. And whatever money they do get, if they gotta choose to eat or pay a fine, you already know that's common sense. They're gonna eat. You know. So this is nothing but punishment on the poor. When you give these ridiculous costs, fines and costs on people who consider to be indigent, a lot of them is living right at the poverty line, if not below the poverty line. And you come into court every day with that golden number, $200 fine and costs. That's ridiculous. You know, just don't have a heart for people, I guess. Uh, but that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting on. Thank you so much. We will get through this together. Yes, we will. Miss Berry, you're right. Taking all of our money. I tell you, no fairness in Osceola Court. All right. They tell you how much you're going to pay. All right, exactly. What that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been on here now almost an hour and a half, but it's been all good. Again, let's get behind this Byrd family. And I want to say this here before I close. Yes, y'all, There is people in Osceola that look like you and I. I'm not going to call their name, although I know who they are. They pulling a page out of the playbook that they played during the electric race. Remember when I told y'all, they told y'all to stay away from around Tony Hollers? He going to get you in trouble. He going to cause your electric rate to go high and, yada, 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 yada. Stay away from around Tony Hollers. Folks that look like you and I, that told you that. Here we are talking about civil and social justice now, supporting the Byrd family or whatever. Now they telling you that I'm the blame for the Byrd sisters getting that time. Well, hell, I'm not to blame. They was, they was picking with the Byrd family before I even knew that there was a Byrd family. I don't run down cases. I only respond to people who contact me. I didn't walk into that fight. I was asked. I got my plate full enough. But understand this here. I am not the person, the cause for some of the problems that you all have down there. I'm trying to help you, help yourself. And when these people come and put their mouth on me, trying to tell you what I'm the causing of, because of this, that, and the other, you need to stop them real quickly. And you need to ask them, what are you doing to help? Ask them that. What are you doing to help? Even if I don't say anything else to Tony Hollers today, what are you doing to help? Or what will you do? If Tony is no longer in the picture, what will you do? Y'all know I got a name for these folks, but I ain't gonna say the word. Start with a C. Y'all know I got a name for these folks. Sometimes I use the word B, bootlicker, but they don't like me to use that C word. But they'll tell you to stay away from me, and they do nothing to help you. Nothing. And some of you, you take their advice. And those of you who take their advice, ask yourself a question now. Have your situation gotten better? I bet it hadn't. No. But again, if you think not talking to me is going to help your situation, you sadly mistaken. Because them folks that's bringing you this crap, putting their mouth on me, they ain't going to bust a grape. In fact, they may be the one that's part of this injustice that is going on. They ain't going to help you. Because if these Byrd sisters would have been out of jail by now, those folks that's putting their mouth on me, why in the hell have they not did anything? If they got all this pull and know all this crap about Tony, well, if Tony stay out of it, these Byrd girls wouldn't be in jail. Well, okay, how about you using your power or your influence, whatever you have? The only reason that I'm speaking and talking because hell ain't nobody doing nothing. That's why. So when you put your mouth on Tony Hollers, y'all tell him, what are you doing? Or what do you plan on doing to help the cause? That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Y'all have a remaining blessed night. Exactly, Vic. Yeah, you to blame. Wow. Yeah, they always want to blame me, and it's just pitiful, This is why they don't want them to talk to you now. Good morning, peace and love, fam. Exactly, there go my sister there again. Please don't say the C word. I won't. They might get me. But I want you all to pass this word. Catch me on Facebook as well. And for those of you who have not went and subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I can give them some very choice of words if they tell me not to talk to you. I know you will, sister. That's my fam there. I know she gonna lay it thick on them. They won't like it. Exactly. And that's the kind of people I like. When people come and put their mouth on me, it's not so much what they say to you. I'm asking myself, how did you respond? Because when somebody come to me and put their mouth on you, and I know you are a person of character, a person of fairness, of understanding, then when people come and put their mouth on you, then I'm gonna say, look, brother, I don't know what's going on with you and so, but I've been knowing the brother or the sister a long time. They cool with me, and that, I'm gonna leave it at that. Well, no, brother, I don't want to hear no more. Sister, I don't want to hear no more. I know Tony Hollis. I know Sister Ann or Sister Elizabeth. I'm just calling some names. I know this sister and this brother. They're not like that. See, that's how you put out the fire. Because when people know that they can always come to you and dump all this crap in your ear, because they know that you're going to stand there and listen to it, they're going to continue to treat you like a garbage can, always bringing garbage and trash to dump on you, and you take it. All right? So that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say peace and love, and may you all catch me again next week. And hopefully we'll have another good show for you all. Pass the word. Let's get out and help the Byrd family. Okay? Again, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. All right? So until then, I want to say peace and love, and may God bless you all. And please don't forget that we're into the summer season. Okay? Let's try to help our young people. Keep them busy. Keep them safe. We can do this, y'all. All right? We can do this. So please do share this this Facebook Live. And until then, peace and love. Good night, and God bless.